Hello students, welcome to the channel. In this video, we'll solve the fourth and final writing passage of the April 2019 US SAT, Eyes in the Sky. Precision agriculture, the use of technology and data analysis in farming, has a new tool at its disposal, the type of remote controlled aerial vehicle commonly known as a drone. Farmers looking to increase efficiency might decide that drones, which have already proven useful to the film industry, are just what they need. Which choice provides supporting information about drones that is further developed in the passage? Okay, so we'll come back to this question later. Detailed data about crop health provided by drones can guide crucial decisions for farmers, such as when to irrigate and whether to use chemical treatments. Now, I need to decide the correct punctuation. And the first thing I notice is that this question mark is wrong because this is part of a regular sentence. And in a way, this is like indirect speech. So you cannot have a question mark in the end. So any option with a question mark can be cancelled. Now, B says when to irrigate and whether to use chemical treatments. So that is correct. When should they irrigate and should they use chemical treatments? This should is redundant because that is already indicated in the sentence. So the best answer is B. Agricultural drones come equipped with a video or still image camera that farmers can use to observe the condition of their crops. Some drone companies also offer analysis services. They can combine digital files from drones into color-coded maps that mark zones indicating differences in growth rates or the prevalence of weeds, pests, or weather damage. Which choice most effectively sets up the information provided in the next part of the sentence? So we know that the first thing that drones can do is that they can help farmers observe the condition of their crops. But then there are drone companies that can combine digital files from drones into maps, and they can give you information on weeds, pests, etc. So the way it's written, that some drone companies also offer analysis services is good because they give you an analysis of how the land is, the state of your agriculture. Some drone companies stand to make a considerable profit. This is not about the profitability of the drone companies, but the services they offer. So it's not B. Some drone companies make drones that can be controlled by mobile apps. So again, this is not about how those drones can be controlled. Some drone companies focus only on specialty crops. So again, this is not correct because the next part is not about specialty crops, but general analysis services. So A. With these maps, a farmer can irrigate and apply herbicides, pesticides, and fertilizers to each part of a field according to its specific needs. Drones compare favorably with image capturing satellites and piloted aircraft, other technologies that are used to gain aerial views. Drones are less expensive, provide finer grained images, and they fly low to the ground, can take pictures even on cloudy days. So I notice here that I'm saying drones are less expensive, provide finer grained images, and can take pictures even on cloudy days, right? So that is my main sentence. So this part has to be dependent. So the way it's written, they fly low to the ground is not correct because that doesn't connect with the next part. So it's not A. If I remove they and say and fly low to the ground, can take pictures, then again, that doesn't connect with the next part. If I say and therefore, then that again doesn't connect because this is the result and this is the cause, right? So therefore cannot come with they fly low to the ground. So D is the best answer because they fly low to the ground, can take pictures even on cloudy days. So this part, because they fly low to the ground, is between commas, which indicates that this is additional information and the rest of the sentence is complete. Jean Heidegger, whose family operates a 3,400-acre organic grain farm in Colorado, can attest to the advantages of the technology. Heidegger acquired a drone after losing half of her harvest in 1 year to weeds. She estimates that identifying problems faster with timely crop data and using less weed killer will save her tens of thousands of dollars in future years. Which information about Heidegger provides the most effective transition between the previous sentence and the following sentence? So here I'm saying that she runs a farm, an organic farm in Colorado, and she can attest to the advantages of the technology. And here I'm saying that timely crop data will help her save tens of thousands of dollars. So she acquired a drone after losing half of her harvest. That makes sense because that tells me that she suffered some loss on the farm and that led her to acquire a drone, which in turn will help her save money in the future. So I like A. Heidegger considered acquiring a drone from Corey Jacobs, who runs a farm in Indiana. So who she acquired a drone from is not relevant. Why she acquired a drone is relevant, and that is what A does. Heidegger has expressed frustration with federal regulations on drones. Again, that's not the point of the paragraph. She enjoys having an aerial view of her farm. Again, that's not the point. The point is about saving money on activities on the farm, and especially after losing half of her harvest. She estimates that identifying problems faster with timely crop data and using less weed killer will save her tens of thousands of dollars in future years. So we are speaking of future years. So this future tense is correct. Had saved, are saving, and have saved. These two are perfect tenses. This is past and this is present perfect. And this is present continuous. So none of them indicate future. So it's A. It will save her tens of thousands of dollars in future years, considerably more than the $7,000 she paid for the drone and any potential costs associated with reviewing images. So here I need to basically decide the punctuation. So obviously I can't have a full stop because this part is not an independent sentence. A dash works here because I'm saying that it will save her tens of thousands of dollars. And then I'm explaining how, because that would be more than what she paid for the drone. So I like B. If I say this is considerably more than the $7,000 she paid, then that becomes an independent sentence. And I can't have a comma between two independent sentences. So it can't be C. And in D, this part after the semicolon is not an independent sentence. So just as A is wrong, D also is wrong. So the answer is B. Okay, before we go further, let's just answer question 34. Farmers looking to increase efficiency might decide that drones, which have already proven useful to the film industry. So that is not really a good introduction because there is no connection between agriculture and film. Drones, along with training in how to operate them properly, are just what they need. No, that's not the main point of getting a drone. It's not to do with how to operate them, but the data that they bring. Drones with the critical information they provide about harvests is what they need. So this is correct because that's exactly what the passage develops, that drones can give you critical info about your harvest. And drones, despite criticism about them from consumer advocates. So again, there is no mention in the passage about this criticism. And this is anyway an introductory paragraph. So I don't want to start with something negative. Pilots who fly planes for crop dusting and other purposes experience disquiet regarding the presence of drones in the airspace above farms. Drones might be accidentally flown into nearby tall objects such as cell phone towers. Okay, so this is one of the problems with drones. Pilots who fly planes for crop dusting and other purposes. Now, this is quite an exaggerated option. This is something that can be said with simpler words. So I don't like A. To stew over is again extreme and it's somewhat informal. This is not something that they need to lose sleep over. So I don't think B is a good answer. Get all worked up about is also informal, so I don't like that. So a simple option like worry about is good because it indicates that this is a cause of worry and this is formal and it is not exaggerated. So this is good. Objections to drones may be engaged with regulations that require drone operators to keep drones within sight at all times and that require lights on drones to ensure they are visible. So how can objections to drones be addressed, right? That's the best word for objection. I can address those with regulation. So I like B. I don't think the word engage can be used with objections. You engage with a person over something. So I don't think engage makes sense here. You can't use encounter with objections, right? Encounter is used in the context of something unexpected happening, right? Like meeting someone unexpectedly. So that doesn't make sense here. And it's not necessarily that you would refute those objections, right? Objections could have some basis and you try and refute something if you think that it's always going to be wrong. So the better option is to address those objections. So B. Despite these challenges, it is important for drones being integrated into the agricultural system. So it is important for drones to be integrated, right? Not being integrated. That's not how the sentence would be structured. Not in being, and just a be is not enough, to be integrated. So C. If they are used effectively, they hold the promise of making farms more productive and cost effective while minimizing waste in water and chemical treatments, which could benefit farmers, consumers, and the environment alike. The writer wants to insert the following sentence. Any discussion of agricultural drones must acknowledge the potential safety concerns surrounding their use. To make the passage most logical, the sentence should be placed at the beginning of which paragraph? So if you notice, this paragraph was talking about the problems with drones, and this wasn't really introduced properly, right? Because till the third paragraph, we were speaking about their advantages, the cost savings, etc. And then we suddenly started talking about the worry that pilots have. So this would be a good transition at the beginning of the fourth paragraph that any discussion of these drones must acknowledge the potential safety concerns. So option C. Okay, let's grade this. 34. CBADA, CBADA, ABDBCC, ABDBCC. Okay, great. So we got all correct. Hope this exercise helped. If it did, hit like and subscribe to the channel. See you in another video soon. Take care. Bye-bye.